How's it going, everybody? All right. It is the future, the year 2000. Let me bring this up here. I got some paper. I got my camera. I got my microphone on. I think I'm doing okay. I don't know if this is too loud in the background. You guys let me know if that my phone's playing music in the background. I found that royalty-free techno channel list, so I'm just throwing that in the background because it's I think anything is better than the elevator music that just comes with the software. So let's see who's in the room with us tonight. That way I can kind of wake myself up a little bit, get some little energy. Kevin, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Awesome. So today's stream is not a year-end review, but a year-end review. Nothing but the best from the lovely ladies that will adorn the pages soon. Yes. Yes. I like your emphasis. Agreed, my friend. Maurice, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us. That's awesome. Maurice saying hello to everyone. Very, very cool. Some person, what's up, dude? Let's see here. I was just checking. I was looking at my phone because I'm like, I don't have I'm doing it the old-fashioned way where I just put my phone next to the microphone and that's how I'm playing music. It's just like back in the 80s. Some person saying hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Kevin says, let's see, I guess you're saying hello to yourself too, as we seem to be everyone, or everyone is me. And then you're just a figment of my imagination. Okay. Kevin will double down with the hellos. Very, very cool. Some person says Paul is the Eggman. We'll have to get into the lore behind that. Ken, what's up, dude? Ken in the house. Good evening, gents. And a fine New Year evening it is, my friend. Some person saying hello. Kevin says, we have to be gents, as we have no sense. I know, Paul. I was confused about that, too. Eggman? What does that even mean? Some person says, cuckoo, kachoo. Paul says, have common gents. We have a little bit of common gents. Common sense. Common, yes. All right, that's cool. Maurice saying hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Let's see. Kevin says, here comes that rainy day feeling again. Hopefully not. We don't have that rainy day. Actually, there is, yeah, tell me, Kevin, is like, what is the weather happening? What is the weather doing in San Diego? Because I've been hearing a whole lot of things about huge rainstorms and flooding, but it's like mostly like LA up north, a couple hours. But I think San Diego's getting some of that too, right? Paul says, excited about this year-end butt review. As Kevin says, I think I just witnessed Bill Mozart trying to censor a nude of the Invisible Woman. Yes, you cannot see this part right here. TC Mick, also known as Mighty Geek. William Mouse, it's time for the Cyber Angels to ring in the new year. Well, I know you mean business because you called me by my full name. My full legal name.
3 reasons why you need to jump on Hume's Christmas.
Hey,
right
awesome.
now.
We get
Reason one,
ads.
Hume is giving you 45% off site-wide.
Can I skip that? Oh, nice. Yeah, every 5 minutes I'm going to have to be skipping an ad until I make a playlist for myself. I'm going to have to record all this stuff. I'll pre-record it, and that way we don't get ads. That's a pain in the ass. All right, let's see. Paul says Moby at a free music channel at one point, gratis or whatever. I have to look that up. I like Moby. I have to go take a look for it. Some person says no holidays to base things on. It's a wild card. That's right. Yeah, it's just January. It's just January. Well, you know what? We do have something going on, but it's selfishly personal what's going on this month. Kat, what month is it?
It's
It's your birthday month.
It's my birthday month. That's right. And since it's my birthday month, I'm assuming I'm hoping that we get to 2 sketches tonight. If we only do 1, that's totally cool. Since we're doing some talking and catching up towards the beginning here, but I'm going to do what I did for New Year's, which is each sketch is going to come with a free gift. So I've got 2 gifts that are locked and loaded. So if we only do 1 sketch, we're only going to do 1 gift. So the first gift is going to be this issue of Vortex Cybersyn, which is a crossover between Matt Martin's character Vortex and Nira X. It's a book just for the adults in the room. So I see everybody in the chat. I think I know everybody here. I think I don't see anybody from Facebook popping in just yet. Hopefully we'll have some new faces pop up. That'll be cool. But I've got this issue, and I also have, if you do a second sketch, I've got this color separation from the 90s. This is like legit from our issue of Skin 13. So this is like a legit color set from the printer, which we don't even do these anymore. So you got the the CMYK. So I'm going to sign this, and this will be a gift that'll go along with another piece of artwork. So I'm going to set these off to the side, and I will remind you guys again later that that's going to be part of the thing for tonight. So you get a free gift along with the sketch tonight. Let's see, Ken is saying the year in arrears. Kevin says, I figured a butt view, but let's see. I figured a butt view would be nice to see as I focus on the breast things too often. Oops, I lost my spot. How did I lose my spot? Oh, there you go. I almost lost myself. Some person says hello to me. How you doing, some person? Marie's saying hello. Very, very cool. Let's see. Kevin says the weather is cold and wet. Oh, I actually have a surprise for Kevin. I've got one of his pieces that's in progress. I'll give you a little sneak preview. There we go. A little sneak preview. All censored up. It's because it's all incomplete and whatnot. It's a G.I. Joe interrogation scene. Yes. We've got our 3 main characters. We've got Baroness, Lady J, and Scarlet. And of course, the Baroness is doing the interrogating here. So I hope you like this, Kev. That was my fun this afternoon was putting together that piece. So hopefully I'll be inking it very soon. Yes. Let's see. And Mission Valley is a mess as always. Yeah, Mission Valley. I mean, it's a valley. It's a little bit lower. It's gonna get flooded a little bit more. I always remembered that it got flooded first before some other areas, and that always kind of sucked. But hopefully the rest of San Diego is surviving all of this rain well. San Diego's not really built for a lot of rain. See, Paul says, not to be political, but Cyber Angels snatching Scribe from Venezuela. That's timely. Let's see, Ken says, full name, William Tiberius Mouse. I might legally change my name to William Tiberius Mouse. Kati,
No.
can I change my name legally
Yeah.
to William Tiberius Mouse?
WTM.
WTM. I have to honor the Kirk. Let's see, Maurice says, Mobius Classic, especially the song Go. Oh, I totally agree, dude. Paul says, is Waffle hanging in there? Yes, he is. He is napping. Dude, his eyes are closed. That's right. Today's the last day for his antibiotics. So he's still a little drugged up. But a happy dog, happy puppy. He's responding well to all of his treatments. He's eating well. He's got his energy back. We just have to do. I mean, we're taking it easy with him, but we have to go back for a follow-up appointment, and they're going to X-ray his chest and his belly, make sure that everything is good to go. But everything is looking good right now. Everything's looking good. So if you guys have contributed to Waffles GoFundMe because we did not expect the extreme cost of going to the ER on Christmas morning. So you guys really did help out a whole lot, made a huge difference. So I appreciate you guys. We'll keep that GoFundMe running for a little while, just until he's out of the woods, and we get that taken care of, so we can get back to work at the studio. Some person saying hello to Kat. Very, very cool. Let's see. Kevin says, well, we could have Bill stuck in a cake. I'm going to draw myself stuck in a cake. Like Paul says, is that comic signed? You know what? Let me take a look at this comic. This comic is already signed by Bill Mouse. I know that guy. And this is one of the variant covers of this issue. There's also I think there's 3 other covers that this issue had, and it was a one shot. It was a crossover. This is back when we were in the 90s. We were publishing through Avatar Press. We had a lot of extra spicy Cyber Angel stories. Some person says you share the same birthday as Tolkien. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interessant. Kevin says, I tell you, he really stuck it to I guess so. Maurice says, happy sexy Nira wishing Bill a very happy birthday. All right, we're starting to paint a little bit of a picture, I think. A little something, something. I think we're definitely pushing towards a Cyber Angel. Definitely, I think you're mentioning Nira, so we'll get our star in here and do a little something, something. Courtney, what's up? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That is awesome. Fancy meeting you all here. Hey, you come here often. I'm glad you're all hanging out with me tonight. This is cool. Have a little bit of fun. Kevin says sold. Mighty Geek says, let's see, which Marvel Comics hero has the best chance at cracking Nira X? What do you mean, like beating her in a battle, or like romancing her, like winning her heart over? I don't know. I haven't put any thought into which Marvel Comics hero would have the best chance. It's actually kind of a good question. Maurice says, sold. Some person saying hello, very, very cool. Christopher Bouchard, hello, my friend. Says hello, Bill, and chat, and happy New Year, happy 2026. Same to you, my friend. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. I think it looks like we're drawing a Nira X. This is birthday month. I'm not sure if you guys heard before, but we got some free gifts that are going to accompany the sketches tonight because it's my birthday month. I get to turn decrepitly old this month. Ken Albury, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That is awesome. Good evening, all. Christopher saying hello to everybody. Very cool. Maurice says, surprise, surprise, we have a Cyber Angel in the house, in the Mouse House stream. That's right. We have a real life Cyber Angel here. That's right. Based on Courtney Malka, the Cyber Angel. Yes. Kick ass. Kevin says, I wonder what would the ENX version of Mercy and Allura be like? Yeah, that would be interesting, right? We haven't thought about what an actual doppelganger would be for the rest of the cast. That might be. I have to put some actual time and thought into that one. Censored. No. Ken Albert says all the cool kids are getting flooded this winter. I know, right? Good Lord. Night Phoenix, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Happy New Year right back at you. Saying Happy New Year to everyone. Very, very cool. Ken says, hey, Chris. Very, very cool. Let's see. Some person says, give Waffle a steak. Yeah, you know what? Today, yeah, Kat is right. Waffle did get some sweet potato today. So Waffle is getting away with murder. He's getting the good stuff. Mighty Geek says, named after James Tiberius Kirk. Thank you, sir. I've got to, mister. Some person says, one bigger than him, right? Give him a giant steak. The Ken says, we got flooded last year. We're so cool. See, you beat them to it, right? Oh, thanks, some person. This is the link for Waffles GoFundMe. So if you guys want to help out a little bit, even if it's a couple bucks, I mean, it really doesn't matter how much it is. It's what's that, Kathy? We're gonna share it. You're gonna share the steak. What?
The GoFundMe.
Yes.
We're sharing it.
We're sharing it.
Donate or share it with people.
Oh, I can only hear you a little bit with my headphones on. That's my problem. It's not that I'm inept. All right. So, like Kat was saying, if you can support a little bit more on the GoFundMe, that's awesome. But you know what? Sharing the link, reposting it, that's actually huge. That's actually a really, really big help is to share that link out to everybody and share that cute waffle face so we can get some more supporters to help the old waffle cause. Let's see, Ken Albury says, oh, Ken, did you really? We did too, just 2 weeks ago. That's right. You guys did have some flooding. Yeah, the whole bit. Some person says Willie Mouse. Willie Mouse from the Old West. Ken says, my Vortex copy is signed, but I have the old school Circle Mouse signature. Ooh, that's the classic one. That's the pre-2000. Although every once in a while I will sign something with that round signature again, just for old time's sake. I like revisiting it every once in a while. It reminds me of the old days. Let's see, Kevin says, so is Bill the Tolkien the Tolkien white guy? I get it. Thank you, some person. But Marie says maybe Nero wants to do a little something for your birthday. Let's see. Do you believe in the hereafter? Then you know what I'm here after. Thank you, Paul. In honor of Chet, we have in all caps. Very cool. Saying hello there. Some person saying hello to everybody. Very cool. Let's see. Kevin says Wolverine or Hulk. They will be the last on Earth. Night Phoenix says happy birthday month. Thank you so much, dude. Free gifts. Courtney says Nira and Thor would be hot. Oh, that actually would kind of work out. Kind of cool, right? I'll let that dance around in my brain for a second. We'll see if that sticks. Ken says, I thought you were more a fan of Namor, Courtney. Well, she's trying to think of who would go best with Nira, though. So maybe Thor and Nira would be a thing. I don't know. I'm not really sure. We have to put it out there, see what's up. Christopher saying hello, very cool. Some person says wear an eye patch and be a one-eyed Willie. Ken saying hello. Kevin says I aim to please. Let's see. Alora would butt in on the pairing. She would. I think if you see Thor hanging out with one of the girls, I think the other girls might get a little jealous. You think? All right, let me focus the camera here. Well, I know we're going to start with Nira, so let's start with Nira. There might be a Thor in this picture. Let's see what the birthday vibes do for us. As soon as I get past this ad, there you go. Let's skip that. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear the little music in the background. I'm just, like I said, I was playing it off the phone. But if you can hear it just fine, that is cool. I just wanted to be light in the background. All right, let's see what happy birthday goodness Nira shall bring to us tonight. Oh, I'm surprised that they have music with lyrics. It's just supposed to be techno music. I'm gonna have to pre-record like a whole playlist, so that way I'm not just getting random stuff. Random stuff with random ads. Let's see. We'll put a happy expression on Nira's face tonight, since we're celebrating birthday month. It's birthday month at the studio. There we go. Make sure I get her. Don't cross her eyes up too bad. Here we go. Nice. I'll always have to fine tune some things when I'm in the inking phase. This is cool. We're doing good. All right, I got a couple of lines down, and then I will hop back in the chat so that way I don't fall too far behind. There we go. Got her delta on her face. I've called it triangle for like my whole life, but I like delta. I'm glad we changed the designation of that to delta. Sounds more science fiction. There we go. Make sure we don't give her too much of a fat lip. Need like some lore that she got into a fight right before the scene took place here. Hopefully everybody else had a good New Year's. We actually had a pretty chill New Year's here. We have an extremely small downtown area here. They call it just town center. It's pretty small. It's not like it's a whole city, but when you're in between the buildings, it kind of feels like a city for about 5 minutes. Got to watch them drop the ball. Have some flashing lights and fireworks. I think they had. Well, yeah, they did. They had a live band playing out there. We're out there for a little while. Then we made our way back home. Just have a good time. Christopher is asking, how's Waffle? Waffle's doing extremely well right now. He's got his strength back. He's actually barking at squirrels again. That's always a good sign. That is a very good sign that he is doing better. Today was his very last day of taking his antibiotics, so he's taking his medicine really good. He's got his appetite back. He's not coughing, not hacking up any phlegm. So really, everybody made a huge difference, making sure that the GoFundMe was helping out, so that way we can give him the care that he needed. And yeah, everything's looking positive right now. In fact, right now he is napping underneath Cat's table. So he's being a very good boy right now. I know it looks like Nira just has a little bowl haircut. Mighty Geek says Nira X and Hercules. Hercules. That's a good choice too. That's a good choice too. Well, Christopher says hello, cat. Cat says hi. Did you hear her back there? Ken says Nira X and Xena. LOL. You know what? Xena's not a bad choice. I haven't drawn Xena in a few minutes. It might be a toss-up between Xena and Thor. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Kevin says Nira and her Thor buttocks. Ken Albury says, I have a noobish question. Who owns the rights to Nira? That would be Waffle. Waffle owns all the rights to Nira X. No, it's actually me. Well, luckily, her first appearance was in Zen Intergalactic Ninja number 0 back in '93, and that's thanks to Steve Stern and Dan Cody allowing me to put my characters into the book. But thankfully, I do own the rights to Nira. Nira is my character, and thankfully and gratefully, she has been paying the bills for 35 years. Something like that. It's 30 some odd years. Actually, you know what? I think since it's a birthday piece, I like her with a ponytail, like a big freaking ponytail. So let's see.
Yeah.
I like her with a pony. She looks more adventurous but playful. You know what I mean? Something about the ponytail that looks cute to me. Yeah, it makes her look super cute. Hey, about car insurance. There we go. Yeah, back to the music there. Very, very cool. There we go. Give her some little wispies off to the side here and get a cool ponytail action here. There we go. Let me see. Let me turn this light off to the side a little bit. That way it doesn't blow out the paper. There we go. Yeah, I like having her like with a big ass ponytail, big space ponytail. Yeah, starting to take shape. I think we're doing good. All right, let's see here. Kevin says, Nira and Xena is nice. So would that mean that it would be also would it also be Mercy and Gabrielle and Allura and Callisto? Those are good matchups, dude. Paul says, "Oh, to Ken Albury, great question. It is a good question. It is a very good question." Yeah, some characters that I've been drawing for years. It's always good for me to clear up like who actually owns those characters. For instance, I don't own Zen. Zen belongs to Steve Stern and Dan Cody. We published Zen through First Comics. But Nira and a whole lot of characters from the Cyber Angel books, thankfully I own the rights to those. right, here we go. Nice. Okay, let me catch up with you guys real quick here. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Kevin says, Nira, because she owns every situation she gets into. Yeah, Nira owns herself. Ken says, she owns our hearts. Mine too, my friend. Mine too. Christopher Bouchard says, I agree. Nira X and Xena. Oh wow, we got a few votes for Xena. Got more votes for Xena than for Thor. So this could be a thing. This could be a thing. I'll get some. I'll get a little bit of reference up on my screen here, so that way we can get. Maybe we're gonna have Xena up in here. A little birthday action. Let's see. Kevin says, Xena in the Tron universe would be interesting. She's essentially already got herself an identity disc. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Marie says Nira with some sass. Night Phoenix says Nira jumping out of a cake. Maybe kind of obvious. It's kind of obvious, but it's also really cool. I like that idea. It still could be a thing. There might be some cake involved in this picture. Ken Albury says, good to know that a She-Newt Nira X crossover isn't out of the question. If I know the guy that owns her, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, it's a possibility. You toss me an email so we can talk about those things. That would be cool. See, Kevin says the ponytail gives something to hold on to. Christopher says, let's see, next Monday is my birthday. Oh, cool. Another January birthday. Happy early birthday, Christopher Bouchard. That's very cool, dude. Very cool. Maurice says, we know who owns Malka then.
Good night.
Good night, Kathy.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna take the dog.
You're taking I'm taking the dog. Look at how he looks at you.
He's really comfy though.
He is. All right. I'll see you later, buddy. Go get your mommy. Go. Go get her. All right. Everybody say goodnight to Kat. She is turning in. She's going downstairs to unwind.
Good night, everybody.
Awesome. Good night, baby. Love the kid. She's had a very busy day today, so. Oh, by the way, we do know who owns Malka then. I own the Cyber Angel moniker, as it were, but Malka is owned by Courtney. This is true, by Courtney and Ken. Or is it just Courtney? I don't know. You guys have to clear it up for me. I think they share a little bit. Let's see. Paul says rights can get really messy out here. They can. It can become a thing. Luckily, everybody here is very cool, so we're all cool with each other. Let's see. Kevin says emphasis on the ass. I hear you, bro. Ken says happy birthday, Chris. Very cool, dude. Ken Albury says my birthday is on February 1st. I missed January by a day. You snobs. Oh my god. You're not part of the January club. It's what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Night Phoenix says good night to Kat. Very cool. Thanks, dude. Kevin says, let's see, there's a lot to give when it comes to Malka. Ken says, I mean, I created Malka and she's based on Courtney, but Courtney owns me, so there's that. See, very good points. Very good points all the way around, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, can I skip this ad? Yes. All right, we can skip the ad. Christopher says thanks, and thanks again for what you did. Oh yeah, that was extremely cool. That was extremely cool. Let's see. Ken Albury says rights can be messy, but in the indie comics community, it's a lot of, hey, can I use your character? Sure, go for it. Give credit. Yeah, it's there is a lot of that back and forth, and some people have hung on to those requests maybe a little bit longer than I thought they would. Usually, it's for one project, one singular project, and I'm totally cool with like if you do one project or however many you agree to. I mean, it's one of those things. well, once you agree to it, then it's like, okay, you could reprint that book as much as you want. That's your book. My character just happens to be in your book. So for me at this level, I'm not Marvel. So for me, it actually is a positive because I could almost view it as not as earned advertising. I was going to say free advertising, but probably earned advertising is probably a more accurate phrase. Only because we both put in the work to making a crossover together, or we're both taking part in something. It's not just something for nothing. So it is a little bit of advertising for Nira. Somebody picks up somebody else's book and they see my character in that book, and that's a little way for me to promote my character while I'm off doing other things and promoting other projects. So at this stage of the game, I still consider it to be a positive as opposed to like being taken advantage of, that sort of thing. And in the indie comics community, supporting each other in these kind of ways is, financially we can't act like big corporations. So these are the kind of things that we can do to help each other out and get some more visibility and stay relevant to whatever our audience is, and where they're at. I get emails all the time from people that uh, they're actually, oh, you're still publishing Nira. They just happen to not know. They just it's the algorithm on Facebook is horrible. It kind of narrows the vision down, and I'm on a couple different social medias, and it still doesn't reach everybody. There's a lot of people that just simply don't know that it's there. So it's good. It's good to get in front of more eyeballs anytime you can. Always a good thing. Let's see. Maury says the ball and chain are firmly attached, my friend. Yes. Ken says you're welcome, buddy. Oh yeah, yeah. That was a super nice thing you did. Yeah, with that piece of artwork. That was very very cool, guys. Maury says Nira Universe gets free exposure then for you. Yes. Paul says Spawn number 9 with Neil making Angela. What a mess! That was ironic for Image being a so-called writing rights company, right? That was a lot messier than it needed to be. I was thinking there was no reason for it to be messy at all. I thought there was just a simple agreement. I thought everybody knew where they stood with whatever, right? So yeah, that was a messy situation, and it stayed messy for quite a while, right? That stayed messy for a little bit of time, and stuff like that does make you a little scared to lend out your characters or to do crossovers or to have people, you know, create characters to put into your book or anything along those lines. When you see a situation get ugly, it doesn't encourage you to jump right into doing the same kind of thing. All right, I'm gonna keep her like this for just a moment. Actually, you know what? Let's put some cyber skin on her. Just have a little bit of cyber skin on here. That way YouTube doesn't think we're having too much fun. And of course, when I ink it, whoever wins the piece, we can always take it in whichever direction you would like. Be it like just like this little birthday special, or maybe a little bit more not safe for work. Either way is all good. All right, so we got a cool pose here for Nira. Let me see. Let me put this down just a little bit, or you can see. Okay, cool. And now I'm going to throw some reference up on my screen. So that way I can just get a little quick look at Xena. That way I get some cool little pictures, a little inspiration real quick. Yeah, I'm looking through here. I'm finding a couple of good pictures here. Something just something to go off of. We're going to modify it regardless, so yeah, we'll leave that up there like that. All right, cool. Let's see. Let me catch up with you guys first, and then we'll start drawing Xena into the birthday picture. You know, we mentioned about the birthday cake, and so I'm thinking she's in the birthday cake. I still like that idea of her in the birthday cake. In fact, we might maybe we'll change the cyber skin to like frosting or something like that. All right, so this is part of the birthday cake here. I see the ads pop up again. There we go. Oh, I could skip it. Yay, I could skip the ads. Thank you, ability to skip ads. All right, let's get her pose finito here. That way we can add Xena into the mix. Into the cake mix. You know what? We're gonna imply that Xena's gonna be in this picture here. We'll put her little disc. Stuck into the cake. There you go. I got it stuck into the cake. I put one candle. All right. Let's see. Let me turn this like this. That way you can actually see it. All right. Good. Let's see. You can see it better like that. That's pretty good. There we go. That gives me a little bit of light to draw, but it doesn't drown out the video. All right, cool. That's a little bit better. You can see it better. Let's see. Kevin was saying, no, Exposure was an Al Rio book. Oh, Al Rio. I miss you, Al Rio. And that will cost you something. Oh, for sure. Some person says she seems like she could be roller skating. Oh, no. I just drew her thigh deep in a cake. So I killed the roller skating idea before it got going. Let's see. Let me finish drawing her hand here. I bet you would like to have the rest of her hand. There we go. Just got a general position for her hand here. All right. Oop.
It's BOGO week at Kroger, when you can get 2 for the price of 1.
Frosty.
Buy Ace of Private Selection pasta and pasta sauce, or buy 1 get 1 free.
Pasta sauce? We're not talking about pasta sauce. Oh, there we go. All right, let me catch up with you guys again real quick. Let's see. Maurice says, thanks for the Patreon post you added, Bill. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I need to be posting more often. So there's going to be I'm not going to wait until I get like these pieces completely colored and modded and stuff. So I'll post every time there's the next stage of a piece. If it's finished, if it's inked, I'll make sure to share that piece. And if there's like an adult version or if there's a safe for work version of it, then I'll make sure to post those as we go. So that way we're not waiting as long in between posts. So I want the post to be a lot more often, and with all of our new stuff. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about posting a lot more often. That's on our secret Patreon page, which is at Club Corrupt. If you go to Patreon, you look up Club Corrupt, one word, you'll find our secret Patreon page. If it's a safe for work piece, a lot of times I will post it as a public post, so you don't even have to be part of the Club Corrupt Patreon page to download those. So I upload the full high res files, or like 11 by 17 files at like 300 DPI. So that way you get like high res files that you can download. Let's see. Ken Albury says, I will come up with a proposal this year. Very cool. Okay. All I have set so far is for Nira to go and leave Newt with a cool Nira axe as a souvenir. Oh, very cool. Okay. I like your thinking. I like your thinking. We'll definitely talk. Let me know when you're ready with that, and I'll definitely look it over. That will be that. I think that sounds like fun. 2026 is going to be a fun year, dude. I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year. Kevin says someone is going to have some cake and eat it too. Paul says getting some Under Siege vibes. Yes, thank you. That's exactly what is in my brain. Anytime I'm drawing a hot chick coming out of a cake, it is definitely Under Siege. That is in my brain. You know me too well, Paul. You know me too well. Courtney says Nira is blowing out the candles. I like the way you think, Courtney. That's right. That's right. Kevin says that was the best 30 seconds of the movie. I know that was the whole movie, dude. I enjoy all of the other bits of the movie. But that 30 seconds of the movie is the best part of the movie. That's the price of admission, and the rest of it is just a cool action flick. I'm the cook. Let's see. Maurice says to Ken, what's this Newt title you're talking about? I'll have to check it out. Yo, absolutely. Yeah, Ken, don't be shy. Let him know what your book is about, and where they can find it. Anything like that. You guide some people your way. We support you. Ken says, build an alternate cover for my 9th issue. Yes, I did. That was fun, too. Let's see. Maurice says, roller skate off the side of the cake near the bottom. Oh, I could probably throw a roller skate down there somewhere. Let's see. I'll make a note for myself that I'm going to put it right here. And I'll put it in a lot better in a minute. I just want to give myself a note because I'm not sure how the rest of the piece is going to turn, what I'm going to space. So I got a little note here for the roller skate to kind of like stick it in the cake right there. Ken says, I was a year long about Razor, Kevin. Talking about Razor, Kevin. Stupid spell correct. Always wrong. Let's see. Maurice says, links, please. Some person. All right. Some person is sharing the links for Waffles GoFundMe. Thank you so much. Very cool. Also sharing the link to just my regular webpage, which I'm going to be updating by the end of the month, because there's going to be new show appearances. We started formulating our new schedule for this year for show appearances, and whatever project we're working on that's current at the moment, I try to have it up front on the webpage. So that's where you can find the links to all my different socials and stuff. It's just an easy hub to find stuff. Let's see, the secret Patreon club. That is the Club Corrupt Patreon page. Thank you so much, dude. Maurice says, can you envision Scribe as a Seagal? for your Under Siege theme. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have him as the cook. All right, let me figure out where to put Xena first. Xena's gonna take up more space. But I could I could fit Scribe right here. Like it works too well. It works too well. Let's see. I might have to put Xena's blade over here. I'm gonna have to put it somewhere else because I think I'm gonna have to put Scribe needs to take up a little bit of space over here. I like this idea. I like this idea, Maurice. Scribe is the Under Siege cook. Our resident Steven Seagal. You know, it was back in the days when Steven Seagal was bulletproof to me, man. It's like I know he's gotten into some some trouble in his later years. Not like trouble, more like people speaking ill of him, which is a shame. Because he was, he was one of our action heroes, man, from back in the '80s and stuff. So it sucks that people have bad stories about him. But you know what? They're not going to take away Under Siege from me. I refuse to let them take away Under Siege. All right, there's Scribe right there. He's got to be wearing the chef's hat. That's gunfire, boy. That's gunfire. All right, let's see. You gotta be holding a knife because not only is he the chef, but he's probably gonna cut the cake. Now he's getting the surprise of his life. All right, I'll have his hand up here like this. Scribe, the Under Siege cook. I'll give him Steven Seagal's Widow's Peak. All right, now we'll start making some room for Xena. We'll get some room for Xena now. All right, let me catch up with you guys real quick. That's a good one, Maurice. I had to fit it in there before we continued on. Night Phoenix says Bill's also working on a little something for Curse Risen unification. Yes, I am, my friend. In fact, I saw your email right before we went on the air. So yeah, totally cool. I'll make that little modification. I'll send you a little look at the pencils, and we're gonna ink that up so that way, we got a little something cooking. So as soon as Night Phoenix lets you guys know what it is, I'll let him reveal what's cooking in the kitchen. We got something really cool for you guys. Paul says, oh, definitely Scribe Chef in the back. Yeah, for sure. Very cool. Ken Aubrey says, cool. I'm interested to see what West Coast appearances you're making this year. I can tell you right now, West Coast is going to be super light. So we're looking at San Diego Comic-Con might be the only West Coast appearance that I'm going to be doing, and I'll be doing that with Kat also. We'll be appearing at the First Comics booth, and we'll also be at the Committed Comics booth. So I know that San Diego Comic-Con is, as far as I know, it's a lock. Unless we miss a plane or something happens. So everything is good for San Diego as far as West Coast goes. Everything else is going to be East Coast and like Northeast. Charlotte, as far south as Charlotte, North Carolina, and as far north as maybe Chicago or New York. We might be doing New York Comic Con. I'm not really sure. We're adding shows slowly onto the list. But so San Diego's back on our list for next year. Well, for this year, sorry, for this coming summer. My goodness, the new year is here. And most of our other shows are going to be East Coast shows that are like maybe like as far away as like maybe 2 or 3 states away from us, so it's a little bit more manageable. Paul says Scribe is like the Cyberverse Stan Lee, always a cameo. I totally agree, dude. He's the Stan Lee / the Watcher. Ken says Scribe as old school Thor with an ill-fitting helmet. I like that idea, but since we got the big birthday cake, he's got to be Steven Seagal. That's just what Scribe would do. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. Let's see. Some person says Scribe could be Joxer or I can't read where the shit. Look at me. Autolycus. Aloticus. Autolycus. I am dead to myself. Maurice says, chance favors the prepared mind. Agreed. Night Phoenix says, I literally just sent the Kickstarter update. Oh, nice, dude. I'm excited about it, dude. I'm glad you have me on board. I'm really happy about that. Thanks so much, dude. Let's see. Ken says you're doing an Artist Alley in San Diego Comic-Con. All right, so here's the thing with Artist Alley. We are going to start applying again for Artist Alley. I was in Artist Alley in San Diego for, I think, 15 or 16 years in a row. They may give me, I don't want to say seniority. I was always dependable, and I always worked really well with them. They're always super friendly. They may give me a table, but I'm really not counting on it because the waiting list for Artist Alley in San Diego typically is like 4 or 5 years long. And when I got my table the first time, 15 freaking 20 years ago at this point, when I got my first table, it was because I waited at the sign-up booth in the lobby all afternoon, and we waited to see if somebody would not show up. And there's usually always a small handful of people for one reason or another who don't show up and don't notify people that they're not showing up. So I was able to actually take one of those tables, and then I stayed there for 15 years, so because I was, dependable, I showed up on time, and every time they did a table check, everything was cool, so they're very happy with us. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to start putting in applications for it, but I don't count on having an Artist Alley table for the next few years if all things being equal. If something cool happens, that's awesome, then we'll have the table sooner. But that's essentially where it's at right now. That's essentially where it's at. Let's see. Paul says, just change his name to Scribe Lee. Okay, thank you, some person. Let's see. Let's try this. Autolycus. Thank you. That's a new word for me. Holy crap. I will never spell it correctly. I will spell it phonetically, just like you have the pronunciation. Let's see. Ken Albury says, drawing and listening to chat when Bill suddenly goes into a rant about Autolycus. That's us. And welcome to my show. Here at English 101, we like to start with smaller words. Let's see. Night Phoenix says, that's how I got used. That's how I used to get tables at cons. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Anytime like I've shown up to like a new show that I've never been to before or something like that, especially back in the old days, that was the only way to do it. Just present yourself as somebody who was available and dependable, So Let's see. Some person says he took the table and actually stayed and lived there 24/7. I did. I did. Cat was born underneath the table. It's crazy. Actually, when she was literally like a kid, like a little kid, she used to hang out underneath my table in Artist Alley, and she would be down there like having snacks. She was drawing pictures. She'd come out and she'd like, okay, that's cool. Let's see some stuff. Then she'd come back and hang out underneath the table. She had like a little apartment underneath the freaking table. Let's see. Some person says, "Oh, that's the one I just read." See, I was telling a story and I just wanted to read it again. Ken Albury says, "Boo, San Diego, come do Tacoma with me." Tacoma and another show that I wanted to put on the list that might be a reality because our Committed Comics publisher lives close to Seattle, if not in Seattle, is Emerald City. So we might be doing Emerald City. I don't know if I really think it's too soon for us to do it this year, but for next year, it's kind of part of our plan. There's also a possibility of us doing Utah, because I was supposed to do Utah this past year and it fell apart on me. I was unable to go at the last minute. So next year I might have to make up for it by making sure that I go to Salt Lake. So we're doing our best to add some more things. Let's see. Some person says now you can tell people you know Greek. There you go. I know a little bit of Greek. Ken says Bill needs to do Tampa Bay Comic Con. You got a place to stay, buddy. Oh, see, that's what I like. Plus, we need to hang out. That'll be cool. That'll be perfect. As far as I know, you, me, and Kevin are all going to be hanging out in San Diego. So let the planets align because that's what we plan on doing. But you're right. I got Tampa Bay in my brain, so would definitely love to come down and hang out with you guys for sure. Let's see. Ken Albrecht says, I will absolutely come hang out at Emerald City. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So Emerald City, I think will work out. I think Tampa Bay would be a very, very cool show for me and Kat to go to. Not to mention hanging out with friends. All right, let me see here. Let's get Xena into this picture. In this picture. Let's see how we do. Let's see here. Where am I going to put her? Like this, like this. Nira took up just enough space. There we go. That's where we're putting Xena. All right, got a little bit of expression on her face here. I kind of like that we mixed it up a little bit with this one, throwing Xena into the mix. Yeah, of course, it's gonna be my version of Xena. I'm never a portrait person. But we'll see. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. I think Xena is kind of happy to be next to this birthday cake with Mira right here. I don't think Xena would approve of Scribe very much. I think Xena's a little bit too strict for Scribe. So he has to watch himself. You know what? I think Xena likes the idea of having some birthday cake of what's going on. Part of my thing tonight is skipping ads. There we go. Always like I always like Xena's bangs. Mercy's gonna be jealous. Mercy's like, I'm the only one here with bangs. All right, here we go. Once I get this part of the skull drawn in, can make sure her hair is sitting cool. Then we can start worrying about what she's going to be doing. All right, let's let that sit for just a minute. Make sure I catch up with you guys a little bit. Make sure I don't fall too far behind. Here we go. I didn't have to scroll up too far. Let's see. Maurice says, would love to come down, but crossing the border seems dicey. Oh, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Crossing any border right now seems to be a little bit dicey. So I totally know how you feel. We gotta wait just a minute, let the world calm down just a little bit, and then we can start acting normal again. I hope. Some person says it's one of those names you have to take a breath for. Oh my gosh, yes. Marie says I know some people in Seattle and Vista, so there are options. Very cool. I definitely keep all those things in mind for sure. All those things really do help. Ken Albury says, where are you, Maurice? Maurice is up north. He's in the great north. Ken says, you'll be fine, Maurice. We love Canadians. The wonderful world of Canada. Yes, Canada, my friend. Canada. Ken Albury says, I know. What part? Oh, what part of Canada? Okay, I get you. Oh, the western side. Yeah. You live right on the border. Gotcha. Okay. Some person says, Zena, I like this thing you call cake. Is it normal to be inside it? Marie says Zena has special cake forks. Courtney says, let's see, sometime I would love to see Malka riding a dragon through a lightning storm. Ooh, we got to put a pin in that. That's something that we need to take like a whole weekend and draw that. That would be dope. Plus, freaking Cat loves dragons. I just want to impress Cat. See, I like to draw like cool dragons and then show it to her, and then she's like, "Oh, I like to impress her." So let's definitely put a pin in that, Courtney, because we need to do that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna write myself a little note right now. I don't know. We may end up doing that tonight. I'm not really sure. It could happen. We still have enough time to finish this piece and possibly do one more. Abbotsford. Marie says, let's see. Courtney, that just made me think of a song, Ride the Lightning. Yep. Alberta. Yes, absolutely. Yep. That's what that means. Paul says, are you doing Chesterfield in April and North Carolina in February? I think I saw something like that. Yeah, there are a couple things that are already being advertised. Let me look at my calendar here real quick, because Chesterfield is something that's coming up. February, I am going to be at Coco, which let me see. Let me put up. I won't be able to put it up, but I can read off some quick information. It's going to be in North Carolina. It's the City of Oaks Comic Odyssey, and it's going to be February 20th for that whole weekend. So that is the City of Oaks Comic Odyssey. It's in Raleigh, North Carolina. And let's see, the next one I have is in April. And April 4th is when we're going to be doing the Chesterfield convention. I think it's close to Richmond, Virginia. So we're going to be guests at the Chesterfield convention. And then later that month in April, we're going to be doing Ocean City, that's a really fun show. I really like that show. May, we're doing Tidewater Comic Con, May 16th. There's a couple shows. There's a couple shows on our list already. So I am looking forward to doing that, hanging out, talking comics with everybody. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I will. That's what I want to update on my webpage. Is all those kind of dates. So that way I have one place, one central hub that I can go to, and it'll be easy for not only for you to look up, but for me to look up. Luckily, I've got some help in the travel department when it comes to keeping track of our different shows and things. So Kat is helping me out a lot when it comes to making sure we keep all of our shows organized and all that good stuff. All right, I'm going to lightly put in Xena's top here. I think it's going to be more of a little crop top than usual. There we go. Get her little arm bracelet, armband over here. I said arm bracelet. I don't know what anything is now. Okay, there we go. I want to make sure I put some frosting on everything here. Oh, that's a okay. I got the paper is telling me what to do. Let me see. Okay, so she's definitely sampling some of the frosting, so I got to put some frosting on her hand here. Since I got her tongue sticking out. There we go. We got our little gauntlets on here. Nice guest appearance. I like. Nice. Have a nice little border thing around here like this. Yeah, I think these ideas came together pretty good. I like this. Nice little happy birthday. Nice little happy birthday. All right, let me catch up with the chat, and then we'll see what we're gonna do for our second piece of the evening. I think this happy birthday piece is good. I think it's looking good. Let's see. Ken Albury says, "Googling Alberta to see where it is, so I can claim I knew all along." Some person says, "I guess from the name you're in French Canada." Ken Albury says, "My vote goes towards a dragon riding Malka through a grocery store." Clean up on aisle 9. I know, right? Let's see. Maurice says, some person, let's see, German French descent. Okay. Father was military, so I've been all over. Hey, we have that in common. My father is, well, my last name is German. We always thought we were part German. Turns out we're not part German. We're Irish. And my mom's Puerto Rican. So I'm a Puerto Rican Irish guy. Go figure. Because a military dad. My military dad went down to Puerto Rico, and that's where he met my mom. Courtney says, I don't know what that means, but it made me laugh. Let's see, Maurice says it's north of Montana, I believe. Okay. Ken Albrecht says, it was random silliness. Let's see. Ken says, rode the Via train through Alberta in the Rockies. Gorgeous. I can just imagine. Yeah, I got to do some more traveling again. I traveled a lot some years back, and I haven't really traveled a lot lately. I gotta start seeing some new places. Paul says, thanks for the intel, Bill. My cyber recon is done for now. Canabry says, let's see, I see. I'm in Washington, West Coast. Okay, Washington State. But the border crossing is about 200 yards from my front door. I am almost Canadian. Yes, you are. You're like honorary Canadian. What are you talking about? Nice. As Ken says, you're near Twin Peaks, Washington. That's cool. That is really cool. All right, let me put the birthday piece aside. And like I said, each of our pieces for tonight is going to come with a free prize, a free gift, because it is birthday month. All right, so I got my eraser, got my pencil. What do you guys think of Malka, Cyber Angel, riding on a dragon through clouds with lightning? Okay, I like the hell out of that idea. That sounds like a cool ass idea. Let's see if we can make that happen. I think I might want to do it like this. No, we could do it like this. Let me think. More like a little bit more like the heavy metal pose. You know what I mean? I like this. I like this idea. All right, Malka, Cyber Angel. Malka with giant dragon. All right, let me put your face is going to be a little smaller because the dragon is big. So let's do this. Let me see about this playlist here. All right. We'll start from right there, and let's see if we can capture a little bit more of a heavy metal vibe for Malka, because she's kick ass. We want to give her a kick ass piece. Yeah. Got an intense look on her face. Yeah, like she could be freaking riding into battle or something. You know, this song is actually good for this piece too. I like it. Give us a little bit of a build up. See, you got me concentrating. It's like, oh man, it's like what pose is the dragon going to be in? You got me thinking all kinds of stuff. A lot of sketchy lines on here. Don't worry, that all gets cleaned up with the inking phase, as it were. You got a good soundtrack. It's too bad the choker is so small because I got to draw the character small. Let me grab something here. Make sure I don't pull the headphones off of my head. There we go. This is going to be dope. I'll get a little bit of this, a little bit of the pose started, and I'll run back to the chat here for a minute. Got to have your hair flying around. You're on the back of a dragon. It'll be cool to see your wings, but also the dragon's wings in the background too. That's going to be cool to see. Okay, got this, got this. I like how the ad pops up and just kills everything.
Oh my god, we're going there. Can we be real? Sometimes it's over before you even get started. Yes, and then you're like, we're finished. Right. You're just getting into it, and then.
There we go. How about no ad? How about no ad? Thank you very much. Yeah, look, that's Malka right there. Yeah. All right, let me catch up. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Oh, here we go. I gotta scroll back just a little bit. Maurice says sold. Canabri says we're near Forks too. It's a small state, but you know Forks exists. Ken says I just meant the TV show Twin Peaks. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Ken says Ken Albury says Malka. So we're doing the grocery store, the grocery store piece. Yes, it'll be riding through the grocery store. No, I think this one's going to be like riding through clouds, and then we're going to throw in some lightning and stuff. I think that's going to be kind of badass. I think that's what we'll go for. No produce tonight. As Maurice says, I thought the last picture had the Twin Peaks. Oh, it did. Canabri says, I got it. Forks is a town from Twilight, but Forks is a real town. You know, Twin Peaks isn't. Canabri says, let's see, I should probably watch that show, though. Kevin says, is this going to be a sister piece to Tarna on that on the bald bird thing? That's the general idea that I'm going for. I don't know if it's really going to be a set. It's going to be kind of different, but that's the angle and the way the wings are going to be coming off the sides and stuff that's kind of what I was thinking as far as like that pose. Yeah. As Murray says, the bald bird thing is named Willie, and the dragon for Malka is Kenny. I love it. Apex, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Let's see, lovely Supergirl. No, tonight it is Malka, the Cyber Angel. She's actually a Cyber Angel character based on a real person named Courtney, who's actually in the chat with us tonight. Super excited about that. And in fact, this is her. This is the character that we have designed based on Courtney, Malka. Apex goes not Supergirl. Paul says, let's see, went to a tiny comic show today, and parking had me going at least 20 miles at least. Good God, dude. Are you serious? 95 had you going like the last 20 miles on 95, like that long? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Kevin says, I'm getting a never ending story vibe. Ken Albury says, I'm disappointed. Let me know when you have room for a pinup. I will draw a dragon riding Malka by myself. Apex Comics says, Malka, Cyber Angel. Yeah. Some person says, any Hawkmen far in the distance? I don't know. Well, we're gonna see how this last half hour goes. See how far into this dragon piece we can get. Lizzie Ken says the choker and the character in general may be drawn smaller, but them boobies ain't. I-95. I call it parking lot 95. Yes, that is actually the correct thing to call it. Yes, and please say it with some stank. My goodness. Yeah, 95 should be the fastest way to get anywhere, but no. Calling it parking lot 95 is very appropriate, dude. All right, just getting a general angle for this here dragon. I want to make the dragon big, but I also don't want him to fly too far off of the page.
Now we gotta go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual.
They're going to save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Skip. Okay, good. All right, make sure we get the right shapes, make sure it fits on the paper. Nice. All right, cool. All right, let's see if we can give this dragon some personality. Actually, you know what? I want to see Malka's wings. I was drawing the green bit of the wing slightly underneath the thing, but I kind of like it. The more I draw it, the more I like having it on top. So always a little modification here and there as time goes by. Don't worry, I'm gonna tighten up all this stuff in the inks. Gotta rough it all out first. There's a lot of moving parts. We don't want to erase too much. So I'm doing a lot of construction work here just to make sure all the shapes go in the right spot. Nice. All right, let's get this dragon some personality here. sure you can see what I'm doing. Got lots of spines, lots of cool little spinous spinnaker things, little spikes, lots of body armor pieces. Nice. I think we're actually doing pretty good on time. So we'll actually be able to draw this dragon nice and good. That's why I kind of paused at first. I was just like, wait a minute, let me make sure we have enough time to draw it because the dragon has so many little details and things. I don't want to draw them bad because I'm rushing. But we actually have a decent amount of time to rough them up. This is good. All right, let me get some teeth on this guy. And then I will jump over and catch up with the chat real quick. Always love drawing dragons. It's a win-win.
Open a chime checking account in 2 minutes. We'll spot you up to $200. Apply now.
All right, let's get some of your little body armor pieces on here. Crazy dragon. He's got to have huge wings. You're going off the side of the page, but it'll be worth it. Be going a lot slower with this when I'm actually inking it. Make sure all these lines are nice and dark. We got to see which direction his claws are going to be pointed in, and then figure out. Let me actually, you know what? Let me pull the camera back a little bit. My goodness, he's taking up the whole paper. So there we go. Let's see. See if we can get the bottom of the table here. There we go. That way you can see what's going on. One Malka to rule them all. Cool ass big wings. Here's some big lines too. I'm doing like getting real painterly with the lines. Yeah. He's got some damage on one of his wings. right, getting closer, getting closer. All right, let me catch up with the chat for a few seconds here. Oh my goodness, I have to scroll all the way up. All right, Courtney says I was obsessed with Neverending Story as a kid. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That was one of our film choices from back in the day for sure. Let's see. Paul says I had to get a drink of water. That's what Paul said. I had to get a drink of water. He says Scribe Hawkman. That's a possibility. There could be some things back there. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what sticks. I think right now it's like I feel like it's like Malka's the star of this particular piece, and I definitely want to have like the dragon's claws coming up forward, and I have to have his tail kind of like wrapped around this way and going up like that, like just real heavy metal. Let's see. Kevin says Stank package for Tony Stank. Forever. Paul says never ending story. Then they made a sequel. Well, the first one never ended. Nah, that made no sense. It's all good. Your joke stands, Paul. I couldn't top it. I had nothing for it. Let's see. Ken says, I'm surprised it lets you skip the ads each time. Yeah, it's when the ad starts playing, I see the little timeline kind of going fast, and it lets me smack the button. So I'm fortunate that I'm able to skip all the ads. Thank goodness. It only plays for like a minute. Let's see. Some person says, what song plays through your head seeing this image? This is like freaking some kind of rock and roll sci-fi. Actually, you know what was running through my head was that first was the first song on this little playlist I was playing. Just because it was just kind of like just ominous, and it's like it's got to be like some kind of like soundtrack, like movie soundtrack. Because I hear thunder, and I just hear adventure. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like a specific song. Let's see. Courtney says, now I can't get Neverending Story theme out of my head. Ken says, let's see, fun thing. The Neverending Story was a German movie made in English for Germany, but was a huge success in the U.S. Holy shit. Talk about musical chairs. That is good movie trivia. Alex, I will take Neverending Story for 400, please. I love knowing stuff like that. I love movie making. I love filmmaking, and I love how things work out like that. It's like stuff like that interests me. So that's good. Tickles my brain. It tickles my brain. Some person says that movie had some nice epic scenes. Oh, for sure. Kevin says, let's see, walks personality, talks personality. So she's writing a Benedict Cumberbatch dragon or a Sean Connery. I think it's a little closer to a Cumberbatch. I feel like that's the way it's kind of pulling. Canalbury says, I remain impressed how Bill just goes at it without laying anything out first. I'm at the mercy of the canvas, my friend. I'm just a servant. I'm just a servant of the paper. Some person says, Dragon, I know this pub in Scotland. Courtney says, me too. He's amazing. Oh, thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys. I'm surrounded by good people. That's why. It makes me look good. Makes me feel good. Ken says, Singe the Dragon. Singe is actually a great name for a dragon. Kevin says, Singe the Dragon. Okay, but I thought they were fireproof. Yeah, but they're not singe proof. You still get that singe, a little searing. Let's see. Some person says his drinking buddy is the Loch Ness monster. I could see that. And his beers cost $3.50. Perfect. Courtney says, my pet, he's so cuddly. Love it. I picture Kat saying that too. He's so cuddly. She loves dragons. Ken Albury says, how did Courtney get to be a cyber angel? Yeah, you got to be in the inner circles, my friend. The inner circles, magic and money. that also helps. It supports the cause. Let's see. Ken says, well, when two cyber angels love each other very much. Ken Albury says, so that's a Shivan dragon. Now we're going to start getting into some Elder Scrolls. We're going to start getting into some. Let's see. Ken Albury says, "Go on." Kevin says, "Hawkman. What about Condor Man or the Angel guy from Barbarella?" What song? Ride the Lightning? Nah, she's got a ticket to ride. Night Phoenix says, "Wow, crazy dragon." Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I love drawing dragons and monsters and creatures. It's it's one of the many things I like. One of the many things I like. All right, so let me make sure I can get one claw over here. Make this claw real dramatic, kind of coming off the edge of the page a little bit. There we go. Can't wait to show you some of the ideas that we got planned for the next Mira X series. That's going to be for next year. Well, I keep on saying next year. It is next year right now. So the next Mira X book has got some cool ideas, got some fun stuff, and there actually is going to be some monsters and some cool things that'll make it a lot of fun. So I can't wait to share that. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's get some of this armor here. A lot of this stuff is in the shadows here. All right, so I figure his tail is kind of doing this number. Make sure I get all the little pieces here. Tail going around like this. There we go. Yeah, this is a much more big ass badass dragon. I'm glad that we had some time to do it because I'm putting a lot more into this dragon than I thought I was going to have time to be able to do. So that is cool. Haha, I was able to skip again. Skip the ads. All right, there's the end of his tail there, finally. We're definitely going to have to put some digital colors on this piece because we got to put clouds back over here. Got to have our clouds. Got to have some cloud cover. And then throw in some lightning. I'll draw in the lightning when I'm inking it too, but it's going to look way cooler when we add the digital colors on it, for sure. All right, a lot of this is roughed out, so thank you for trusting me before I start inking it. Check it out, man. Ugh. That's where we are. Giant dragon. It's Malka's ride. She's like, that's my dragon. Let's see. Let me put this back in the shelf over here. All right, my goodness, we got a lot of things going on tonight. It was good. Good birthday month. Good birthday month. All right, let's see here. Let's see. We've got our 2 pieces. This is our bounty for the evening. Let's see. Let me turn this way a little bit. There we go. That way you can see everything. Let me put this up a little bit higher. There we go. All right, let me scroll back up a little bit before we start doing anything at all with auctions or anything like that. I'll catch up with the chat first, and then I want to show everybody what the free prize is going to be with each piece. Because since this is my birthday month, there's going to be a cool free thing, a cool prize that will go with each piece. So if you happen to win the auction for a particular piece, you're going to know which prize goes with it. So I want to make sure that we arrange that before we start any auctioning for the evening. Okay, let me catch up with you guys real quick and get back over here. Maurice says, let's see, just looking online now, and you did work with Savage Dragon. Are you talking to me? I did a parody of Savage Dragon, which I did get I did get the okay years later from Eric Larson that he thought it was fine. I was scared that he didn't like it. We did so many parodies in the 90s. We parodied just about everything. And but we did a book called the Sewage Dragoon. So that was kind of my dipping my toes into Eric Larson's world a little bit. Luckily, he's got a good sense of humor and he allowed me to live. Let's see. Ken says, I'm still super impressed with the dragon you did when you made that Game of Thrones. Oh, yeah. I remember that piece. Yeah, I remember that piece. That was, if I remember correctly, that was a 3-page piece. It was a triptych. It was like huge. It was a huge piece. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, there was a lot of detail in that piece for sure. I'll put a lot of detail into this one for sure. Ken Albury says, I want an alternate cover. Don't forget. Absolutely, dude. Let's see. Kevin says, cool ideas. It's set in Antarctica with Frankenstein's monster. I'll give you guys a hint. I mean, of the flavor, the vibe of it. Think the Savage Land. If you're sort of thinking Savage Land, then you got a general idea of like just the vibe of what we're going to be going for. Some person says this time Nira X shipwrecks on an island. That was supposed to be a 3-hour tour. Dude. Unhinged, what's up, dude? I'm glad you're hanging out with us, man. They're looking dope, dude. Thanks so much, man. I'm glad you're here, dude. Some person says hello. Very cool, very cool. Got to say hi to Jason, man. Ahoy. Let's see. Kevin says, perhaps this wasn't the best form of transportation. I mean, my hair is going to get all messed up, and there's this ridge right where I'm biting her lip. Ken Albury says, all right, on to piece number 3. I like your energy, Ken. I like your energy. Some person says to the dragon, hey, Malka, dragging my ass here. Ken says, free stuff with the art. Bill is going all Ron. I'm going all Ron Popel again. Popel? I've had a hard time with words tonight. I know who you're talking about, though. Chris Dehan, what's up, dude? Chris Dehan says, third piece is a snow woman in a blizzard. Oh, I've got it right here, too. Wait a minute. Snow woman, blizzard. I got it right there. It's probably going to go for the cheapest amount, but it's okay. It's okay. It was the fastest one to draw. Very, very cool. Saying hello to everybody. Very cool. Ken Albury says, he's talking to me, Bill. I have a bunch of dragon issues. Hello. Let's see, some person says, I heard Eric Larson is very strict how others draw Savage Dragon. Oh, for sure. Especially more so if it's canon. I mean, what I did was a parody of Savage Dragon. And of course, all the parodies that I do, I only parody stuff that I love and that I buy, so it's I'm not making fun. When I do parodies, I'm not really making fun of the thing. I'm having fun with the thing. So I think Eric understood that. And it's popped up in his threads a few times where people are just like, hey, I got this book from the 90s and it happens to be the parody and stuff. And so I reached out to him just to make sure that it's like, hey, this keeps on popping up. It's like, I hope you're cool that we did that back then. And it's like, he was totally cool. He's a cool guy. Chris Dehan saying hello. Very cool. Ken Albury says, the Sewage Dragoon is why I'm a part of this community. Hello. Thank you very much. That's excellent. You're approved. Paul says, can't believe Savage Dragon is still going on by Larson. I know, right? I mean, it's like the work ethic behind keeping a series going like that, that's impressive. Impressive. Ken Albury says Savage Dragon has an awesome fan community. Yes, he does. Absolutely. Ken says Savage Land, torn costumes? All right, let me skip this ad here real quick. There we go. All right, I hit the skip. We're going to have to hear that ad. All right, let's see. Kevin says Nira X meets Savage Becca. Oh, you know what? That's one of the things I didn't even think of. That's something that might happen. It's gonna be a fun 3 issues. It's gonna be a fun 3 issues. That might be something that has to happen. I mean, she's built for Savage Land territory. As Ken Albury says, Eric isn't strict. The running jokes is everyone gets the fin wrong. Oh yeah. Some people draw the fin like way too big. They draw it way huge. All right, as soon as I catch up with the chat, I'll go ahead and show off what the prizes are going to be for tonight. Let's see. Kevin says, Snow Woman meets Invisible Woman. For the record, Bill got the fin right. Thank you very much. I am proud of that. Thank you very much. A parody of Weird Al. I know, right? Night Phoenix says, Bill's Woman in a Snowstorm is very John Byrne. Oh, you remember the old, yeah. John Byrne pulled that off. He saved some time on a few pages. You only had some word balloons going on for a minute. Kevin says, give Bill a moment. It could be very Jackson Pollock. Christiane says, the Invisible Snow Woman. Nice. Titty bit nipply. All right, well, let's see. We've got 2 pieces tonight that are up for auction, and the 2 prizes that are going to be up for each one. I'm going to show off what these 2 prizes are. Okay, one is like literally one of my last copies of Vortex Cybersyn. This is this was a crossover between Matt Martin's Vortex character and Nira X. It's a very adult book. I'm glad everybody here, we're all adults, so it's totally cool. It's an adult book on the inside. That's why I got pasties on it and stuff like that. So Matt Martin's character, my character. This is back when we were publishing with Avatar back in the '90s, and I found a couple of these issues, and I'm just like, wow! It's like I actually found a couple of these that I can have. So this will be the prize. This will go with Malka's Dragon. Okay, so that's the prize that'll go with that. This is a color separation. We don't do these anymore. This is from an ancient time. This is from a different era. Okay, so when we did Skin 13 back in the early 90s, this is one of our parody books. I did a parody of that Janet Jackson cover, and of course I did it for the back with Michael there. But we used to have to produce the CMYK physically like this. These were the films that they used to print our books back in the day before the digital era, as it were. Okay, so these all formed together. This is just the color. Now the line art goes on top. So I thought this would be a very, very cool time capsule, really, because this is a one of one. You know, I'll sign it in the corner for you guys, and it's a one of one thing. So we don't even print this way anymore. So this is going to be the prize that goes with Happy Birthday Nira X, because it is my birthday month. And that's the reason that we're getting free prizes, by the way. It's my birthday month this month. I'm getting another year older, and so I'm giving away some gifts along with the artwork that you guys are thankfully bidding upon to take home and add to your collections. So let's see. We'll do the bidding in the order that it was drawn. So Malka was second. So we will go ahead and auction her second. So let me put this one up here. Let's see. It's actually almost exactly midnight. So this is going to go until 12:05. This is the happy birthday piece. Just writing that down right there. And yeah, if you guys would like to bid on that, we could start bidding on that. Actually, you know what? I think maybe you guys had a couple of questions. What was it here? We're adults. Oh yeah, Night Phoenix says Vortex. Yes. Kevin says we're adults. Says who? Ken Albury says, "Wow, those color separations are cool." I know it's from a time that's now gone. You know, it's like we don't print like that anymore. So it wasn't the thing. Night Phoenix says CMYK way before digital color. Yeah, for sure, dude. Kevin says, I will bid one birthday month. Very cool. Thanks, Kev. Kevin getting things started with $1. I respect your dollar, sir. Now, when we do the 10-second countdown at the end of the 5 minutes, we have a group rule that if there's an interruption at the 3-second mark, if there is an interruption or a bid at the 3-second mark, we start it at 3 seconds again. So that was I think Kevin. No, Ken. Ken was the one that thought of that rule. Everybody kind of voted and agreed on it. So that's totally cool. I like the rule. And if you guys are good with that, then we're good with that. So Kevin is in the room right now with $1. Oops, here we go. Ken Albury. I don't have any fun money due to flood recovery. Oh, dude. However, it's been forever. So bid 20. Oh, thanks so much, dude. You're so nice, dude. Ken Albury in the house with 25. Thanks so much, man. Don't think I don't appreciate that, because I know what it's like to go through those types of upheavals in your life. Paul says, we don't want none unless you got puns, hon. I should have wrapped it correctly. I'm sorry. Excellent, Paul. That's cool. Kevin says, I got puns, hon. Don't want none unless you got puns, hon. I can do side bends or sit-ups. Okay, I got no more lyrics for it. But I see where you're coming from. All right, it's 12:02. We got a good 3 minutes left to go. Ken Albury, currently the high hand with 25. We're getting the happy birthday piece and the color seps. and I'll sign the color steps in the corner. Nice little time capsule from the old Parody Press days. Excelente. With Scribe as Steven Seagal. Can I skip this ad, please? Yay, I can skip the ad. Excellent. Paul in the house with 28 days later bid. Thank you so much, dude. "28 days later." Very valid. Very valid. Kevin says, birthday month bid, 31 days of fun. Thanks, dude. 31 days bid. Hell yeah. Thanks, man. I just hear the little techno music in my headphone from my monitor. These are some fun ideas for tonight. You guys are awesome. It's always fun to hang out. I look forward to it every week, dude. Awesome to hang out with you guys. Paul in the house with the Jackie Robinson 44 bid. Excellent. Your puns do not disappoint. Oompa, oompa. I know. We're in the rave. I should have like some flashing lights. I don't know if it'll do it. You think it'll do it? Let's see if it'll. No, it does a thing. Oh, maybe it will. Ooh, maybe we could do the oompa, 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 oompa. Yay, look, I got buttons. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, Happy New Year, all that stuff. See? This is where the party is. Kevin says, not even an answer for everything bid of 42. Thanks, dude. Oh, but wait a minute. The answer to everything is 42, but Paul still has you outbid with Jackie Robinson. Ken says, cool. Now make me a wrench. I need to be walked through this wrench thing. I got to learn how to do that. I got to do it. I'm going to get instructions from Sai so I know how to do it. He walked me through it one time. I was able, I did it once. Chris Dehan in the house with 45. Thanks, dude. Cool. All right, it is past time. We're going to go ahead and jump into the chat. I got to jump into the live chat, which is where you guys are at. If you notice on the top of your chat box, there's a thing that says top chat, and if you click on that, there's something that says live chat. That's the chat that we all go by as far as the 10-second countdown, so that we know for sure who won what and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown here in just a second. I see Kevin. I hear wrench, but I think wench. Let's see. Paul says elementary school teachers across the land, with 67 bid. I hear you, bro. 67. That was a reach. I enjoyed that. Chris Dehan in the house with 75. Thanks, bro. Oh, Kevin with 50-cent dollar bid. You're already outbid by Chris Dehan. Chris Dehan's currently in the house with 75. I'll leave that up on the screen, and we're going to start our countdown. Oh, Paul in the house. Oh, this one is meaningful to me. 77-year Star Wars. You said it like Yoda. 77 years Star Wars did. Perfect. Hell yeah. And that's exactly when I freaking saw Star Wars. In the theater as a kid, 1977, just the way you should. All right, Christy Hand in the house with 81. Thanks so much, dude. Awesome, awesome. All right, the 10-second countdown is beginning now with 9, 8. Oh, we have an interruption. It's Paul. Oh, 88 miles per hour bid. Hell yeah. You're going to see some serious shit, Marty. Chris Dehan in the house with 95. Hell yeah. All right, continuing the countdown again. We dropped off with 8. We're going to start with 7, 6, 5. Oh, you know what? You were already outbid, but I'm still going to. Now it's time to reverse bids. It's 59. All right, Chris Dehan is the high hand right now, currently 95. Continuing the countdown with 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going to be marking it 000 to mark it as sold. And it is sold. Let me scroll up just to be sure that we got everybody. Oh, I think it's Chris. Chris Dehan in the house with 95. Thanks so much, Chris. Please, everybody, congratulate Chris Dehan. That was a tight little race. Very cool, dude. Good double piece here. You got the color sep, and you got the B-Day artwork. Awesome, dude. Christopher Bouchard says, congrats to Chris Dehan. Very, very cool. Kevin says, damn, I didn't get him to spend all his money on Thursday. Chris Dehan says, thanks. Thank you, brother. You're awesome, dude. Ken says, congrats. Very, very cool. Paul says, congrats, Chris. Courtney says, congrats, Chris. Even if there was no 69 or boob bid. It sounds a little disappointed. Night Phoenix says, congrats. Very, very cool. Kevin says, I forgot. Uh-oh. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to set this aside. This is yours, Chris. Thank you so much, dude. I'm going to set this off to one side so we keep it safe. And now we have got Malka, the Cyber Angel. This is Malka's Dragon. And the prize for this one is issue 1 of Vortex Cyber Sin with the new Nira X cover. Let me flip my little sheet of paper over here. That way I can keep track of things. Let's see, what time is it right now? This is the dragon piece. I'm just writing down some things here real quick. It's basically 12:10 right now. So 12:15, we'll go ahead and call it 12:15-ish for a 10-second countdown. And we're going to go ahead and let that start going right now. You said you forgot. Kevin says 69 for Courtney. Now, you didn't write bid on there, so I'm assuming that you're just saying 69 for Courtney. So that's all well and good. That's all good. You have to honor Courtney with the 69. Now, the boob bid, you gotta honor. She started the boob bid. Let's see. Ken says, how did Kevin forget? I know. Courtney says, tisk. Kevin's sleeping. Yeah, you know what? I appreciate you, Kevin. It's like you're here even though you're sleepy. It's getting a little bit late. We love you, man. All right, Paul in the house. He says, I predict that dragon is gonna go into triple digits. Kevin says, I'll give you $1, but I won't try to steal it away from you. Into the night. Let's see. Kevin says, "Oh, forgot the bid. One lone bid. One bid for Kevin. Kevin in the house with $1. He likes to get things rolling. Likes to get things rolling. Ken in the house. The dirty 30 bid. Accepted. Thanks, dude. Wrote down 30 for Ken. We're all good. Paul in the house with Heinz 57. Hell yeah. I can use some fries right about now. I need some fries. Christopher Bouchard says, Bill, how many extra Vortex copies you have by chance? This is the very last copy of this cover that I have. So this is the only new Nira X one that I have. I have 3 other variant issues of this particular book. I'll show them to you. Let's see, where do I have them? Got them right here. Where did I put the other ones? Had them right here somewhere where I could find them. Here we go. These are actually the other 3 covers that I have. This is actually a felt, like velvet cover with gold ink on it. This is a Matt Martin cover and another Matt Martin cover. Those are the 3 other copies that I have that are in the box to be sold. But this is the one that's the prize tonight, and this is the only copy of this one. After that, I do not have any more copies of that one. Some person says, Bill Mossai sharing my website. Thank you so much, dude. Always appreciate that. Make sure that those links are in the chat. Thank you so much for doing that. Courtney says 69 bid giggity. You're so awesome. Courtney with the 69, upholding tradition. That's right, my friends. Kevin says, a girl after my own heart. Very, very cool. Christy Hand, nice. Let's see. Kevin says, if I remember correctly, there was a nude cover of the nude cover. Well, yeah, if I take off the Post-its. But those are the only 4 copies that I have. Those are the very last ones that I have of that particular issue. Those are the very last. All right, Courtney currently has the high hand in the room at 69. I believe our time is just about up. I know, I was trying to figure it out too. What do you mean? Got to clear that up. Let's see. There was a copy with without any logo on it. Oh yeah. A virgin copy. Ooh. All right, very cool, guys. Courtney currently has the high hand with 69. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the pop-out chat. Paul in the house. Constitution year 76 bid. Yeah, I like it. Paul in the house with 76. Thanks, dude, for the Constitution. Christopher Bouchard in the house with 85. Thanks, dude. All right, the race is on, my friends. I'm going to jump into the pop-out chat now, which means I'm not writing down the bids, but we're all in the same chat, so we can see what everybody else is doing. I'm going to go ahead in the countdown, starting with 9.
It's your daily dose of wellness.
As soon as I skip this ad, holy crap. There we go. There we go. All right, continuing the countdown. 8, 7, 6. All right, we do have an interruption at 6. Paul in the house. 89 Batman year. Yeah, that's good. That's high respect. High respect. 89 is my Batman. Courtney in the house. matching the 89 bid. Oh, but Courtney has to beat it with 95. Courtney in the house with 95. Thank you, Courtney. Highway 95 it is. All right, continuing the countdown. We left off at 6. We're going to continue with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marking at 000 to be sold, and Kevin got in just under the wire with beat it, just beat it. All right, I'm scrolling up. I see that Courtney has the winning bid for this piece. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Please, everybody, congratulate Courtney. That was a nice race. It's a tight race to the top. Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Courtney. This is going to be so fun to ink. This is going to be awesome. Courtney says, woohoo! Awesome. Ken says, congrats from across the room, babe. Kevin says, congratulations on your self-portrait. Chris Dehan says, congrats. Very, very cool. Christopher Bouchard says, congrats. Excellent. Chris Dehan says, now for the Invisible Woman snow piece. You know what? Don't think I won't do it. Don't think for a minute that I won't do it. Let me see. Let me set this down for a second so that way it's safe. Here's what we'll do. Here is what we will do for piece number 3. I have the Invisible Woman snow piece, but it comes with your choice of free gift. Either this issue, or this issue. It's still the number 1 issue of Vortex Cybersyn. However, you can only pick one of these covers. And we're going to start the bidding on this, and you get a free clean sheet of paper along with it. And if you want to bid on one of these, and what it is, whoever wins the auction gets to choose one of these pieces, A, B, or C. And you'll need to let me know in the chat which one it is. Night Phoenix was saying congrats for the winner. Very, very cool. Paul says congrats. I know you really wanted that dragon. Very, very cool, guys. Courtney says thanks to all. Thank you, Paul, says Courtney. Very, very cool. Christopher Bouchard says just found that cover on eBay. Very cool, dude. I hope you get a good price on it. That's good. That's good. Christy Ann says, whoa. Kevin says, bid, free gift. I know. It's a free gift. Ken Albury in the house with $5. And this is for bidding on one of these covers here. This one is actually, this is like a black velvet felt cover with gold ink. Just so you know, what's kind of hard to see when it's just on screen. So Ken Albury in the house with 5. Christiane says, nice. Christiane says, will the snow piece be signed? Yes, I will sign the snow piece. We're going to run this theme correctly. It's going to come in a box just like if it was a completed piece. It's going to be hilarious. Kevin in the house with 9, with number 9. Thank you, Kev. And don't worry, it's like whoever wins the auction is going to be able to pick the piece. So I know you're looking for the felt cover, which is awesome. But you can tell me at the end of the thing. It's yeah, there you go. Paul says how to lose an auction in 10 days bid. Paul in the house with 10. Thanks, bro. There you go. Let me skip that ad. All right. Night Phoenix. I dropped 10 for a shot at Vortex. But already Paul has the 10. You got to beat his 10. Chris Dehan in the house with 11. 11 bid. Paul in the house with Ocean's 13. Thanks, Paul. Kevin says signed in white ink. No, I'm gonna sign it in black ink. I'm gonna make it a thing. We're gonna make it a thing. Paul says now that's a virgin variant right there. That's what that is right there. Night Phoenix in the house with 15. Thank you, dude. Make sure you write the word bid in there somewhere. That's one of our rules. Let's see. Night Phoenix says 15. I'm gonna accept it. I'm going to accept it, but make sure that you type in the word bid along with your number somewhere, okay? Courtney says, will the snow piece be fully inked, maybe with whiteout? I might do some highlights. I'm going to do some highlights with the whiteout. Some highlights with whiteout signed in black ink. Paul says, 20 to drink 20 to smoke in Japan bid. 20 from Paul. Thanks, dude. Your bids are excellent. Ken Albury in the house. Maturity of a 16-year-old bid. I'm going to write it down because I like your pun. I like your pun. But you've already been beat. You got to beat 20. Paul's already in the house with 20. Let's see. Christopher Bouchard says, with the buy of the Vortex Cybersyn, also got Nira X shoot first. Oh, nice, dude. That's a good score, dude. And typically those aren't that easy to find. So I'm glad you found those. Chris Dehan in the house with 21 bid blackjack. Awesome sauce. Paul says 23 Air Jordan bid. Hell yeah. Night Phoenix says 25 is a live bid. Hell yeah. Chris Dehan back in the house with 26. All right. It's a tight race, my friends. It's a tight race. Paul in the house. I don't know what you're talking about. I can see the snow girl just fine. Paul says 28 days of February bid. Nice. Paul with 28, currently the high hand in the house. And I think our time is just about up. It's almost time for a 10-second countdown, my friends. A lot of good puns, a lot of good bids. All right, I'm going into the pop-out chat. That means I'm not writing anything down. So you guys got to help me keep an eye on things while I'm counting down. So starting with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, we've got some interruptions in the countdown. Night Phoenix in the house with 30 days of night bid. Awesome, awesome. 30 for Night Phoenix. He was ahead of Chris Dehan just a little bit. You're bidding 29, but he's got you beat. Paul in the house with 31. Thank you, Paul. And Paul had 31 first. Chris Dehan had 31, but Paul is still the high hand with 31. All right. Paul has the high hand. We're good. We're good. I'm jumping back into the chat, into the pop-out chat, I should say, so I can continue counting down. Paul's got the high bid right now with 3, 2, 1. All right, we have an interruption. Let me just make sure. Slumlord, hey, what's up, dude? This is for all 3 or just 1? It is for just 1, but you get to choose. You get to choose which one you would like to have. It's only for one of them. The high hand currently is at 31. That's Paul. Slumlord Wheeler in the house with 40. Thanks, dude. I'm gonna write that down real quick just to keep me. Now I'm gonna jump out into the pop out chat again, where I can't write things down because remember our house rule. Every time there's an interruption at the 3-second mark, we start at 3 seconds again. That's something that Ken started and the rest of you voted on. So that's what we're continuing to do. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking, dude. You say the high hand, and I keep thinking the high table from John Wick. That's exactly what I have in mind. All right, starting the countdown again at 3, 2, 1. And I'm marking it 000 to mark it as sold. And it is sold. Let me scroll up just to make sure that everybody's good. Slum Lord Wheeler. Mike, what's up? You are the winner. Please, everybody, congratulate Mike. The one. The one on the far right. You know it. Okay, this one right here. This one belongs to you, Senor Wheeler. All right, the other two I'll get to put away for the moment. Thanks so much for jumping in, dude. I appreciate that, dude. I want to make this as part of the bounty for the evening. Let me write down your name on here so that way. I'm going to write Slumlord on it. Thank you so much for bidding on it, dude. You guys were awesome tonight. This was really, really cool. All right, let me jump back in the chat here. Kevin says, congrats to the stranger. He's no stranger. That is our good friend, Mike Wheeler. Chris Dehan says, congrats. Paul says, congrats. Very, very cool. Ken Albury says, well done. Ken Albury says, with that, I am heading out. Good night, all. Good night, my friend. I'm glad you're able to hang out with us for a little while on our first show of the year, as it were. You have a good one. We'll be back again next Saturday, 10 o'clock. We'll see you guys then. We'll see him then. We'll play a little thing here. Slumlord Wheeler says, I just got here. I just got here. Sorry to interrupt. No, you're always welcome, dude. You're always welcome, man. Some person putting up our secret Patreon link. Very, very cool. Thanks, dude. Night Phoenix says, congrats. Very, very cool. Paul says, night, Ken. Ken says, wait a minute. Let me skip this ad again. I got this little ad going on. There we go. All right. Ken says, night, Omega. Ken Omega, yes. Chris Dehan says, I wonder what the invisible snowman will be next week. Less snowballs, I hope. Some person says, okay, that's my normal Patreon. That Patreon is going to become active on my birthday, January 26th. I've got some fun stuff that I'll be posting on my Bill Moss Art Patreon starting on my birthday, January 26th. We're going to have we have some story content that's going to be a new page every single week for over a year. I've got a little head start on it. So it's like, so please sign up for my Bill Moss Art Patreon so you guys can see that. And I'm going to post a bunch of other stuff there too, just behind the scenes stuff, maybe some videos and maybe some other stuff and artwork that you don't normally see because they're commissions or this and that. So, but we have a story and it's a new page every single week. So we get some consistent content. Paul says, make the snow woman not safe for work. I dare you. Yeah, Mike, you kind of stumbled into this. So you get this original piece of artwork, which is the invisible snow woman. You came in late. You didn't even know what was going on. You thought you were just getting the book. We were all having a good time. I'm glad you popped in, dude. Christiane says, LOL, of course. Night Phoenix says, I figured that was Mike Wheeler. Yep. Slumlord Wheeler. Listen, I'd drop a link, but I'm not a mod. I've got to drop some wrenches. I got to drop some wrenches to some people. So that way you guys can drop links into the chat whenever you like. That's always good. We always like to support each other for sure. Excellent, excellent. All right, dude. Let me see. We got some good bounty for tonight, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it an evening. I'll let you guys see what we got going. We had our color separation from our Skin 13 episode. We got the Happy Birthday Nira piece, and we got Malka's Dragon. Now remember, these pencil pieces are going to be fully inked when you receive them in the mail. And then we have the other cover that was auctioned off earlier, which actually has the nude Nira X cover on it. And these are my last copies. These are my last copies of this. This is the one copy I have of this. This is the one copy I have of this. That's it. You guys got them. So that is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. This was a lot of fun tonight. You guys had a lot of really fun ideas, a lot of cool things to talk about, a lot of cool things to joke about. Let's see. Paul says, I didn't win an auction, so I contribute a little more to. Oh, thank you, Paul. You're awesome, dude. I really do appreciate that. Yes, our puppy did get. For anybody who's watching, I know that you guys have already heard me go through this spiel a couple of times, but anybody who's watching the video later, yes, Waffle did get sick on Christmas morning, and he had fluid in his lungs. He had to get emergency pneumonia treatment. It was pretty expensive, and we have a GoFundMe to help Kat to just take care of those Waffle expenses. We did everything that we needed to do to make sure he was healthy. He's actually doing fantastic right now. He just finished his amoxicillin treatments and all this other stuff. He's going to go in for a follow-up and make sure his lung is clear. He's got his energy back. He's back to his normal self. We did all the right things. So you guys helping us out with, the expenses of an ER on Christmas morning. Holy shit. You guys are saving our lives. So I really do appreciate that, guys. The link for his GoFundMe is it's in the chat somewhere. It's right here. It's right here because we have a hero amongst us in the crowd. Some person, thank you so much for posting that link again, so that so people can see it while I'm talking about it. That's super cool. Thanks so much, man. Let's see. Kevin says Malka's Dragon. She must have had a tough day. Oh man. You guys. Well, anyways, hey, this was a fun Saturday. Love it. I'm going to get back to getting all this work done. And we got a lot of fun things happening in the near future. Club Corrupt number 2 is going to be going up on a whole new crowdfunding platform. Mike Wheeler might be able to tell you all about it. But I will share with you where that's going to be and all the links and all that good stuff. Courtney is saying good night. Yep, I got to play some credits. I got to get out of here. I think I need some snacks. Man. All right. You guys have been great. Look forward to hanging out with you again next week. And hey, man, enjoy your Sunday and have a great week. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you again soon. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Seattle.